Welcome back, All Sports West New York. My good Polish friend, Mike Buczkowski, general manager of the Buffalo Bisons. This has become kind of an annual event, hasn't it?
It has, and what a great place to be around Easter time, the Broadway Market. A lot of great memories of coming here as a youngster, and then continuing now, and I get to talk to you here, so it's a double win.
This is why I always ask Mike to do it at the Broadway Market, because you're so busy this time of year, but I know you can kill two birds with one stone. You do your shopping, and we do a little television.
That's right. I got to get some smoked, some fresh. I got to get a couple of butter lambs. I got to get a few supplies while I'm here for sure.
Well, year after year we talk about opening day, and there's still snow on the ground, but you always manage to get through it. I actually heard you say the other day they've cut the grass out there already out at the stadium?
We did about a week ago or so. We had the couple of days where it was pretty warm, and Chad Laurie, our head groundskeeper, actually did cut the grass, and then we got more snow and more rain. But as I left there today to come here, there was no snow on the field, and hopefully things are going to continue to warm up in time for the 9th.
Okay, there's a lot of exciting things always this time of year with opening day, and one of the things that caught my attention, you got the brand new coach of the Buffalo Bills, Rex Ryan's going to be throwing out the first pitch.
Yeah, Rex is going to be there. He's very excited to do it. I saw a clip on TV the other day where he thrown out a first pitch at the Mets game, and so we thought what a great way to introduce him to Bison baseball, to what's great about the summertime in Buffalo before football season gears up, and so it'll be fun. It'll be fun to have him there, and hopefully it'll be a nice sunny day.
Yeah, well, although he says he wanted to buy a house in the snowiest part of Western New York, so if there's a chill in the air, he should just realize this is Buffalo.
That's right. It might be football weather for him, right?
All right, let's talk about what's new at the ballpark. You always manage to have a couple of new dishes and new attractions, and now with the Blue Jays, I know there's a little bit of a Canadian flair, but one thing that caught my attention, and then I'll let you go through the litany of what you've got new, is the chicken wing popcorn.
That's right. The Buffalo wing flavored popcorn. It is really good. It's a local company that brought this to us. We have a food tasting every year, and they brought it to us as an idea. It's really great. Tested well with the people that were there, and so we're gonna have it in the stadium, and fits in perfectly to really what we've been trying to do for years is to work with as many local companies as we can, bring in as many local foods as we can. As you walk around the Broadway Market, I see a lot of our vendors. Wardinsky does our sausage, and Salen's does our hot dogs, and we've incorporated local ice cream in Upstate, and Nick Charlap's, and Charlie the Butcher, and Ilio DiPaolo's sauce, and so really it's just a continuation of that. And one of the other companies that you might be familiar with from your neck of the woods, the Original Pizza Logs.
Yeah, from Niagara County.
Niagara County. Didn't know that up until a little short while ago that they were made and invented in Niagara County. We're going to have them at the ballpark as well. So, we've always tried to be about what Western New York and what Buffalo is about, and we got great foods in the area. Why not incorporate them into our menus?
And I have to give, and believe me, they're not paying me anything, folks, but I have to give a plug to the Original Pizza Logs, because they are the best pizza logs I've ever had. You can have pizza logs that you buy, on the frozen food case counter, and you taste a lot of the dough, but with the pizza logs, they truly taste like pizza.
Yeah, they really do. They had them for us at that tasting, and yeah, there's nothing like the Original Pizza Log, and we're going to serve that right. It's going to be the Clubhouse Stand right behind home plate. Where you can also get an Oreo churro that you can dip in some frosting. Tastes just like an Oreo cookie, and that's, of course, just a couple of steps away from the healthy food stand. So when you come behind home plate, you go right for the really good tasting stuff, and you go left for the good tasting healthy items. So we'll have a lot to offer in the food way. We'll have a lot to offer with our promotions, and probably the biggest thing that people are going to see when you come into the ballpark this year are new seats that we put in at the end of last year. They're green, so they're really visible. They're wider than the other seats, brand new cup holders. Some of them have tables next to them, and those are the seats that are behind home plate, mainly to the end of the dugout. And that's phase one of what we hope will be a continuation of replacing all the seats in the coming years.
And the seats have a little bit more seat room.
They do. They're 3 inches wider than the other seats. It's hard to believe, but that was 28 years ago when then Pilot Field opened and now Coca-Cola Field. And like anything else, seats have come a long way in 28 years. You think about the seats that have been in our ballpark, not only been through 28 baseball seasons, but 28 Buffalo winters. And so it's time for an upgrade. Mayor Brown and the Common Council have worked with us to provide funding, and we're going to continue to work with them and hopefully keep that ballpark as great as it was when it opened.
So you're saying fans have become bigger since the ballpark was built?
Well, I think if you eat enough food at the ballpark, maybe bigger, but no, I wouldn't say that categorically, Bob.
I know I have. So let me ask you a question. So if each seat is 3 inches bigger, did you lose seats at the end of the rows?
We did. We lost about, we're down to about 17.6, so we lost about 500 seats, so the capacity is diminished. And as we do that to the rest of the ballpark, I think that will happen for sure. The capacity will be less. We're the largest AAA ballpark in the country by a wide margin. I think the closest to us is 4,000 or 5,000 seats less than us, and most are in the 10 or 11 range. We're still at 17.6, which is great for some of those big events that we have in the summertime, but I think nicer seats will be a great trade-off to shrink the capacity a little bit.
Now, the Bisons always would have become iconic events, and the first two that come to mind, of course, are the Philharmonic there for the 4th of July, and now Star Wars has been a huge night.
Yeah, Star Wars has really been amazing. We've only had it for about 5 years. The BPO night on July 3rd, which we will have again. We've been doing that for about 20 years. So those are two events that sell very quickly. We put our tickets on sale a couple of weeks ago, and not surprisingly, opening day, July 3rd, and Star Wars night are the most popular that people are buying. And our challenge is to keep making those events fresh, though, is to have the BPO event add some new twists every year, which we tried to do with Maestro Paul Farrington. Star Wars night as well, try to add new twists and keep thinking of ways to keep it fresh and keep people coming back year after year.
And I know that this year for Italian night, they're bringing back all the past Italian night winners. Now, as you know, I was designated as Italian Man of the Year 2 summers ago. But not the DiPaolo Award. Right. Apparently I was in another category, but they've asked me to come back and MC the event just to make me feel included. That's Dennis DiPaolo's a good man that way.
And I think you saying you're in another category is perfect. You're definitely in another category, but yeah, you're going to MC the event for Italian night. We're going to have Polish night. We're going to have Irish night again, but yeah, Italian night will be extra special this year.
Mike, you know there's only one man that's held both titles.
That's right. That's why you're in another category.
That's true. Okay, let's talk quickly about the team itself.
Yeah, the team is getting ready to break camp, come from Dunedin, Florida, in just a little while. They're going to work out 2 days right before opening day. We have the same coaching staff back, which is a plus for us. Gary Allenson was our manager. Richie Hebner, the old Pirates player, is our hitting coach. Randy Sinclair is our pitching coach. The Jays are in a unique position. They made some trades again, and they're considered to be a team that's going to be a legitimate contender to make the playoffs, if not win the AL East. And usually when that happens, they'll try to sign some insurance players for the big league team, which are usually AAA veteran guys. And so we have a number of those. And just the other day, they made a waiver claim of the guy who hit the most home runs in our league, a guy named Andy Wilkins, played for Charlotte last year. So as late as this, getting ready for the season, they're still looking at improving our club and giving them some insurance should there be injuries in Toronto. So hopefully it'll be a good year on both sides of the border.
And I assume the relationship with the Blue Jays has worked out.
It really has. We talked the other day, our overall attendance now is about 24% Canadian that we can track that come to the ballpark, and so that's great. It's been fun to see the fans come down to root for the future Blue Jays. You mix that in with the Buffalo fans. Who would have ever thought Buffalo and Toronto fans could coexist and root for the same team? And that's really what's happened at Coca-Cola Field.
And how's my good friend, the president of the Bison, John Dandy's doing?
He's doing very well. We're very busy this time, especially this year, because we're opening up a new ballpark in Morgantown, West Virginia. Our Class A team will now be there, went from Jamestown to Morgantown. So John's been in the hills of West Virginia over the past couple of months, and very popular man there.
John is very popular in the hills of West Virginia?
Very, very popular there. Yes, he is.
I guess that beard comes in handy. He probably looks like the local, the natives of the vicinity. But John, always a great guy, and you guys have been together how long now?
Do we have to say it that way? We've worked together for 28 years, 27 years.
Worked together.
Together, exactly.
Yeah. How many years?
27, 28 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, and I love seeing him on those Salvatore commercials. I laugh because he's never unlocked that gate in the history of the Bisons, but for television, I guess he did it.
We don't even give him keys, let alone to unlock the gate. So he looks good though on that commercial.
Mike, it's great having you here. We'll see you down there opening day. I'm going to try to get Art Wander out to the ballpark for opening day. I know Art used to be a fixture. Art used to be up in the stands. We used to call it Art's Army. And in the seventh inning stretch, Art would get up and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Do you remember that?
I do, wearing a military helmet, and he was dressed as a colonel or a captain. Quite a guy.
He wasn't fond of that at all. I will say this.
Not his best moments.
Have a great Easter. I'll see you next week for opening day.
Okay, Bob. Thank you.
Mike Buczkowski, General Manager of the Buffalo Bisons. We'll be back. We're going to be talking Dingus Day with Bernadette Pollock right after this.